Hello, everyone. We're doing a reading today for Leo. So, this is kind of like a forecast for June. What's to come up for June, anything that you need to know for your highest good, and all that. So, angels and spirit guides. For Leo's highest good, what do they need to know? What do they need to know, spirit? For their very highest good. For Leo spirit. Okay, so you have a pretty firm foundation going on. I see with the Three of Pentacles, or you're working on building that foundation for yourself. You're realizing that you need to create strength within you, so that it, manifests outside of you, so that those things that you want can come to fruition and come to you, whether this is by yourself or with a family. I do see though with the Ten of Cups, so you're working, this actually may be for a family because you're working on building that family dynamic and creating this stability so that there can be a happiness and love and growth inside the family, and so that people are able to talk to each other. Kids are respected, kids are able to come to you when they need to talk to you. They're uninhibited, you're letting them be who they are. You realize that you need to give these kids the praise that they need, and that you want that in your family as well. You want this whole new stable foundation. You're working hard on this because you're realizing maybe some changes need to be made for everybody's highest good, so that everybody can kind of thrive in this family. Everybody can be their best self. Everybody can work on things. So the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So maybe before this solid foundation, or so you thought it was a solid foundation before, maybe it was built on something that wasn't really for everybody's highest good. Maybe it appeared as stable on the outside. Maybe other people viewed it as like a happy family and all that. But that's not what you are realizing that you want in your family. This is not in the long run what matters. You're changing your values on things, and what really matters to you as a whole family unit. You're seeing what really needs to happen to make changes so that everybody is happy and thriving and working together for everybody's highest good. Everybody in this family deserves to thrive. Everybody deserves to be happy. And I think that it's kind of like if one person is not happy, the whole family's not happy. Like everybody wants things to flow, which I think is really good. You're figuring out how you can emotionally make that happen. This openness, I just see a real openness here. You're opening things up, communication, and creating very much stability so that your kids can feel safe and that they can see through you, that they can manifest and create whatever life that they want to create through you or through themselves. Okay, so the Knight of Wands. So you know that to build this foundation, you're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to do some things that maybe are uncomfortable. You're going to have to charge into it. You're going to have to really look at the things that are affecting you guys as a unit negatively. And you're ready to go. You're ready to go in and face those things. You're a little fearful of that, but you are ready. You're so ready to face some things. You're realizing that you're going to have to come in at a different angle, come in at a different way so that everybody can kind of understand, because when you're changing a family dynamic, it doesn't just happen overnight, right? It's like you have to slowly integrate things, you have to work through things, but you're really wanting to create a change to make happiness happen and flow in this family. Okay, let's see what else. What else, Spirit, for Leo? If you don't have a family or kids, this is simply you creating that stability within yourself so that you can attract the things that you want. It's like the happiness within. You are focused on the happiness within and creating a strong foundation. Okay, yeah, creating that happiness within the Nine of Pentacles. Really tending to the garden of the heart. Like you're really focusing on what needs to change, things that you need to work through personally, emotional traumas, triggers, whatever it is, so that there can be peace throughout the home, so that there can be this abundance that flows in because everybody is in harmony, everybody is willing to work together, and everybody's willing to work on themselves too, because working on themselves, they realize it's going to create that unit together. If everybody is working on bettering themselves. um the Okay, so the Six of Pentacles, it's in reverse. So it's like, instead of one person giving everything, instead of one person giving their all and the other person's just taking, one person's happy, the other person's not, and vice versa. Uh, that's going to change. So you're trying to create a balance here, because right now there's not really that balance there. It's like everybody's got their own roles, um, instead of everybody kind of integrating the same way, in a positive way. So it's like, instead of labeling somebody, say like the black sheep of the family, maybe that was a label that was on you guys before. You're wanting to create that balance so that everybody feels safe to be around each other, everybody's willing to, you know, give each other that love and respect that they deserve. Okay, the Three of Cups in reverse. Spirit, why is that here? The Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there's definitely a lack of balance in the home, and that's what's creating these issues. There's just not everybody's happy. There's people that just aren't happy, and they haven't found that love within themselves. They don't know how to find it. They're not really sure where to go for direction. So there's a lack of like celebration, of happiness, of playfulness in the home. Because you're trying to find that balance. You're wanting to bring more creativity, more love into the home, more openness, more joy. Just there's a lack of joy going on right now that you're trying to create while you're building this foundation. You're trying to integrate joy. Because right now it's very, so this Emperor energy, it's very get things done, work hard, show no emotions whatsoever. It's just, it has to be this way, get things done. But no openness and no willingness to really talk about things. It's just, it has to be this way or the highway, and that's really creating that imbalance because of the unwillingness to open up and really integrate together and really talk about things, really talk about what's on people's minds, what's on your kids' minds, creating a safe space for them to come to you, creating a safe space for yourself to talk to them, showing them that it is okay. It's okay to be open and talk about emotions and things like this. It's really okay. And that's what you're changing in this, is that whole emotional balance that you didn't have before. Maybe it was passed on to you, maybe it was from family members, of things that was passed down to them, so they passed it down to you. That's usually how it works, right? So you're trying to change that, and it is not an easy task. When you've been one way for so long, it's hard to change it. So the fact that you're changing it already, Leo, shows everything. That shows everything about you. And you're really taking a look at these needs and these things that need to be changed within the household for everybody's highest good, and not just what works for one person. All right, let's see what else. What else for Leo? Okay, so what I'm seeing is getting in the way of this harmony, this flow, is a lack of being able to go within and really quiet the minds. There's not a lot of quiet in this home, even though you're working towards that. You're working to, get harmonious. Like I keep saying over and over, that harmony, that's like the message here. You're trying to create this harmony within this family. But there is a need to kind of rest. So people need lots of sleep. They need lots of devotion to their own mental health, to their own emotional growth, those kinds of things, and to really talk about it when the time is right. But first, to go within and not to be so this emperor energy where you're just like word vomit, where things just come out, where you're yelling, where, just to get your point across. And really what you need to do is you need to go within and think about things first. Gain some enlightenment, because there's not a lot of enlightenment here with the judgment in reverse. It's like there's things that you still need to wake up to, and you need to acknowledge about yourself and what changes need to be made to actually create those lasting changes. And that's why you need to quiet the mind. There needs to be some kind of stillness here for this to happen in general. Whether you take that time every day, 15 minutes a day, make it a family thing. Like create this family meditation. Everyone goes to their room for this time or whatever, and just focus on quiet. Play some music in the house. Burn some sage, whatever you need to do. Create this sanctuary within your home so that everybody can feel relaxed and safe to be still for a little bit. Because people are losing sleep, whether you or it's everybody. People are up late at night, they're unhappy, they're at the end of the day, they don't go to bed happy, so they're not able to sleep because of the chaos in the home and the change and everything that's going on in the world. People are just not being able to settle. They're not able to get that rest that they so very, very much need. And it's because of, so the Eight of Swords, it's because of things that you don't want to see, so you're creating this like wall up around it, and then you're not able to break through. You're not able to actually get to the other side of what the issue is, because there's some things that are still very, very painful. It could be trauma passed down from family to family that you're very afraid to face. You're very afraid to move forward with, and that's because it's hard. It's hard stuff to deal with. It's not easy. If it were easy, there wouldn't be any issue here. So there's stuff that really needs to be looked at, but it needs to be done with a quiet and still mind, and not reacting, responding versus reacting kind of thing. Anything else for Leo? Anything else for Leo? Spirit. Yeah, you guys, there needs to be that inner strength to face these demons head on, because there's so much strength there, but it's in reverse. So it's like this strength that you haven't called upon yet, that you're not seeing within yourself. You don't know if you have the strength to change it, or if you want to if you want to go back to how things were, because at least it was easy, because then you knew that's just how it always was. Really, it's not easy for the long run, but it's just what you're always used to. So you need to find that strength within yourself, Leo. So that strength within you to face these things head on and not be afraid of them. You're already starting to do the work. The work is not all going to be easy, but you have to keep at it to create that peace and that stability within, because you're going to find so many moments of peace throughout every time you get through something tough, you will find peace. There may be a whole bunch of things that come out, but you're working through them, and you can work through them one by one with this strength. You have all the strength within you, but it's created by that stillness in the mind, and not judging yourself, not judging the people around you, but just observing. When you observe, it changes things so much. And I think that's a really big message here, is to keep unfolding those things, keep those things that you don't want to see, keep facing them, but do it with a clear mind and clear conscience. And that's what's really going to get you through and change things for you. All right, Leo, if you resonated with this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.